Okay, Shalom. Shalom. Kwam Yasha'Allah. Koholoyim la Yahweh Bashim Yawashai Bahashim Rachachadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who do rule well, led by the Spirit, taught us this beautiful truth, and just want to say the waters for the H.I.M and Akwaf. That's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yawashai to the best of their ability. Just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And this is an article from The Guardian, and it's going off into this ultra-processed food. Just wanted to touch on it for the sake of the flock, so we can kind of have an idea of doing the best that we can, man, as far as being in this so-called white man's kingdom and with all this defiled food, man, because this place is through. You damn near taking a chance with everything that you consume, but we do the best. We pray to Yahweh Bashim Yawashai, over the food, water, whatever we drink, consume, and, we have faith that Yahweh Bashim Yawashai is going to look out for us, So let's get some of this article. It says, Flaming Hot Addictions. Why is America so hooked on ultra-processed foods? And it's because of the so-called white man, the damn devil. Esau, Edom, the biblical name for the so-called white man. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, according to Job 9:24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? This man just allowed the FDA to approve lab-grown meat. So now you got to be on the lookout for that. And I'm not even sure if they're going to even label it. They may not even label this shit. It supposedly hit the restaurants first. And basically it's chicken, supposedly right now. But they've been talking about beef and everything else. I think they've been doing like certain fish, salmon, things of that nature, So we have to be on the lookout, read labels, pray, and hey, we just pray for the downfall of this kingdom so we can get the hell on out of here, for one. Because nothing that we're consuming these days is real food, pretty much, man. Give or take here and there. I mean, they pretty much gotten their hands on just about everything. Okay, so this is an article by Cecilia Noel. It says Richard Martinez knows he cracked the code when his son Stephen exclaimed, "Ow, ow, ow, it burns." In the recently released film Flamin' Hot, which tells Martinez's account of how he allegedly invented Flamin' Hot Cheetos, Martinez and his wife asked their son, burns good or burns bad? Burns good, little Stephen replies before reaching for a handful more of the spicy snack. That spice and ensuing endorphin release are part of what makes Flamin' Hot Cheetos so tempting to devour handsfuls at a time. But the science behind why Cheetos and junk food more generally are so addictive points at something much deeper. See, because this man, the scripture says that this man is he was smarter than Daniel. They search out everything, man. Why you think these guys is out there in that little bitty fucked up ass submarine going down to the Titanic like that? There have been many trips to the Titanic. This guy was just on some bullshit and got caught up. But this is the type of stuff that they do. They go into space. Got satellites all out there. They measure everything, man. These people, and don't think that they don't know how you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans operate when it comes to food. They understand the psyche of music. They understand the science on anything that's got to do with anything, man. This man has turned everything into a weapon, right? He understands the process to these particular types of hookups. They have scientists that actually sit around in lab coats. We ain't talking about scientists that are at the CDC. We talking same type of people, but they're actually in the business of figuring out how to get a person addicted to some shit so they can continue on buying it. It's crazy, man. And this is this man's world. It says, although processed foods like canned beans and tinned fish have long been a part of American diet, food companies began engineering what experts call ultra-processed foods at an accelerated pace in the 1980s and 1990s. And so, there's a generation of nothing but ultra-processed babies running around. That's why these people are so damn obese. And the apostles been going off into a lot of videos as far as like diet, type of waters to drink, getting out, getting exercise, walking, biking, you know, doing weightlifting, whatever it is, man. You know, you want to try and do the best that you can. Apostle Ramla, he spoke on that yesterday as far as like, you know, hey, don't wait until things get bold. Don't wait till your body starts to feel some type of way before you get out here and try and, you know, get some exercise and, you know, do what you can to try and keep things going and moving fluently. Okay, it says these ultra-processed foods usually contain added sugar, salt, fat, artificial colors, or preservatives, and aren't made of food so much as substances extracted from foods, like hydrogenated fats, bulking agents, and starches. Think chips, frozen dinners, soda, and fast food. Many of these foods have been optimized by food companies to hit the perfect level of sweetness or saltiness, nicknamed the bliss point, to keep consumers eating. Why? I just explained it. This man, he searches out everything, man. Let me see if I can find that one scripture. I'm telling you, man, this is why we need out of this man's kingdom. And Jake had no problem pulling up at a fast food all goddamn day long, man. They don't have no problem with that. Hey, I got an uncle. That's all he eat. I've never seen him eat anything out of a kitchen before. His breakfast, his lunch, his dinner, snacks, the whole thing is fast food. And he's morbidly obese. I'm surprised. I mean, it's just, you know, it's just soft drinks, juice, you know, here and there a little bit of water. But overall, his first thing that he gets in the morning is McDonald's. He you know, for dinner it's more likely KFC. You know, in between is just processed type of cakes and snacks and, you know, chips or whatever. And it's like, you know, I'm just watching them. And I got two uncles that's like that. One of them, he'll come home, he'll just throw a microwave dinner in, you know, one of those TV dinner. They call them TV dinners. Throw one of them bitches into the microwave. You know, or spaghetti, a can of the SpaghettiOs and meatball. You know, just bullshit, man. Won't put nothing on the stove, man. Won't try and cut nothing up. Won't eat no fruit. Won't eat no vegetables. You know, it's just a bunch of bullshit all day. Let me see. Yep, Ezekiel 28:3. It says, "Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee." There's nothing you can hide from the so-called white man, really, man. Other than these scriptures, the Lord has, you know, blinded them as far as these scriptures. But some of them do actually understand these scriptures, and they do know that they're Esau, Edom, and they do know that their kingdom is fallen. And they understand that they are the wicked, man, because it takes a wicked people to, you know, have shit like this in the public like this, man. They know that it's not good for you. They know that cigarettes are not good for you. They know that the Black and Milds are not good for you. They know that a lot of this cheap ass liquor and stuff like that. And where do they push that stuff at? Where do you see the commercials being played at? You can go to, you got every one of these restaurants on every corner in every Jake hood in America. With the so-called white man, not so much. You might be able to hit a McDonald's or they have fast food, but it's not like all generated in, you know, all surrounded up. You're surrounding them like how it's surrounding our people. And you can get up at 3 a.m. and go get a damn cheeseburger, man. You see? So these people know what's up. They search it out. They know how to basically knock a person off. And they really are trying to, you know, destroy you, Jake, man. You so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. See, you had to catch on and really, you know, do your due diligence, man. And try and do your best to do better. Like I said again, you know, it's a tedious task, man, to try and keep up with what's going on. You know what I'm saying? As far, because, you know, if you got a family, you're trying to feed your children the best that they can, you know. But a lot of people just fall for it, man. They just drive them through the drive-through, get them a Happy Meal and all this other little bullshit, man. And or they order out, I mean, they order a damn pizza, and that damn Uber Eats done really got them. They don't leave the couch, man, except to go to the door to get the food. That's it. But anyway, let me get this again. Ezekiel 28:3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. That's crazy, man. Let's go back off into it. Slovakia. Damn, what just happened? Oh, I was in Slovakia. I was in the Apple News. Oh, here we go here. Okay. It says, let me start back here. It says, these ultra-processed foods usually contain added sugar, salt, fat, artificial colors, or preservatives, and aren't made of food so much as substances extracted from foods, like hydrogenated fats, bulking agents, starches. Think chips, frozen dinners, soda, and fast food. Many of these foods have been optimized by food companies to hit the perfect level of sweetness or saltiness, nicknamed the bliss point, to keeping consumers eating. Today, ultra-processed foods make up 73% of U.S. food supply. That is fucking crazy. That is crazy. So you only got like about 25% of real food out here, basically. And you know where that's really being pumped at, you know, in the so-called white people's neighborhoods. Hell, you can even go to Whole Foods and it's not going to be Whole Foods. They even, you know, they trick you with the titles. They put all these deceptive ass you know, titles or whatever on the packaging, all natural. Whole, you know, cage fed, or farm fed, you know, all this different shit that they put out on the labels to say to you, hey, look, my food is fresher than that food. But it's all generally overall processed, man. That's why I like with a lot of them, you know, if I'm getting meat, I boil it. I just boil it, man. Straight up. I boil it, you know. I boil a damn hamburger. Fuck frying a hamburger. If I'm gonna eat a hamburger, which I rarely do, but I had to boil it. And what you're gonna see is a lot of shit floating up out of that meat to the top of the pot. And you gotta sift that shit out of the pot. And then what I do is I put it under the rinser. I put it in the sifter in the sink. I run the hottest water on it, rinse it down. Then I might do that again. And then I may add, you know, some olive oil to it to add back some oil, you know, base to it, so to speak, or, you know, season it, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But other than that, you can clearly see a lot of shit that's floating up out of this meat, man. So that's one thing that you can do. Pray over it, you know what I'm saying? You may not be able to get every single thing out of it, but trust me, last thing you want to do is pop some damn ground chunk out of a pack directly into a pan talking about making some spaghetti with all that damn blood and fat in it. And ain't no telling what else, man. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. We just got to use wisdom. And like I said, again, pray over this food, man. Pray over this water, man. Because the scriptures does talks about poisons not affecting us to a certain extent. Now, we do know, you know, we use wisdom, man, you know, and we trust on Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. We know that we have a short lifespan here, so to speak, you know, but we do the best that we can, man. Use the wisdom that the Lord has given you. Listen to the brothers that's giving you these lessons. That way you can go forth and be productive on that end, man. What else they got? They says today's ultra-processed food makes up 73% of U.S. supply, according to the Northeastern University of Network Science Institute. Yet research has also linked ultra-processed foods to diabetes, obesity, cancer, and other health conditions. What did they tell you when COVID was out here? COVID-19. They was telling you so-called blacks that you're so disproportionately affected by this. Why? Because most of this food is in your neighborhood. And then we have food deserts. You go to the supermarket, you got the worst of the fruits, you get the worst of the damn vegetables that you do get. Right? It says, despite those health risks, the average adult in the U.S. gets more than 60% of their daily calories from ultra-processed foods. 60% of people, what you eat on a day-to-day basis, man, is pretty much ultra-processed. Highly processed foods can be addictive. That's largely because highly processed foods can be addictive, says Nicole Avena, a professor of neuroscience at the Icahn School of Medicine in Mount Sinai and author of the forthcoming book, Sugarless, a 7-step plan to uncover hidden sugars, curb your cravings, and conquer your addictions. They can change the brain in ways that make it look like the person consuming them is actually consuming a drug. And that's why so many people have hard time having just one Cheeto. In early 2000s, a Brazilian researcher named Carlos Materio began studying the effects of processing on food. Although some scientists like Avena had begun researching the addictive qualities of certain ingredients like sugar, few had looked at the broader issue of how processed foods were put together. Monterio and his colleagues at the University of Sao Paulo had noticed that even though sugar consumption seemed to be going down in Brazil, rates of obesity and type 2 diabetes were increasing. So they decided to look not just at the ingredients, but the amount of processing that went into the packaged foods that had begun appearing in supermarkets. See that? Man, look. Snack machine. They got a damn vending machine on this bitch. So I'm not going to go any further into it. It's a decent article. It's in The Guardian. You can most definitely Google it. It'll pop up if you want to check it out or get into it. But I just wanted to just touch on this for a hot sec because hey, it's our people that eat this stuff, man, the most. Let me see. I wanted to grab another one. And this is a part of the curses, man, on us, man, as a people. Ezekiel 4:13, it says, and Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whether I will drive them. So the bread is defiled. You know? Like I said, you have to just do the best that you can. And it's plenty of YouTube channels that show you how to cook certain stuff. I can't say that, you know what I'm saying, as far as like get a lot more into vegetables, man, stews, and you know, if you got a crock pot, man, put a damn crock pot to use. Crock pots are useful because you can, you know, put some high quality vegetables and things of that nature into it and let it simmer, you know, so to speak, or you know, look into those fresh vegetables and fresh fruits for the season, and be paying attention to, because they've been doing a lot of recalls on a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff got pesticides on it. You know, they a lot of fruits and vegetables have, some fruits and vegetables have a lot more pesticides than others, you know, because of the texture of the fruit. You know, say for, I think they just recalled some strawberries where this past week or something. But they recalling stuff all the time. So be on the lookout, man. You know, it's your job too as well. You know, we're the watchmen. We look out and we do lessons on stuff that we see. But hey, you got to do your due diligence too, because if you have a family, you know, you need to be looking into, it's certain areas in the news. When you're looking through the news, you know, they got areas on this particular subject, on foods. They have, just like they have an entertainment section, they'll have a sports, they'll have, you know, things about movies. They have things about food and recipes and things of that nature. You know, so you have to do your due diligence, man, and you know, and look out for yourself and your family. Try and pick out the best things to buy. And another thing, I always pray this prayer right here, or I pray this in my prayer. This Proverbs 3. Because you can pray just before you go to shop, man. Proverbs 3. And I always pray verse 5 and verse 6. Trust in Yahweh with all thine heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. So, you know, you may say a quick prayer and say, well, Yahweh, you know, we need groceries. You know, we'll make a move, go and grab some things. Please show me what to get. You know, help me to pick out the things that I need to get. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord will look out, man. He knows what's good and what's not. He knows the quality of it, you know. That's a small thing. That's nothing to the Lord. There's nothing that's impossible with Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. He can direct you to go somewhere totally different. You might be planning to go to a supermarket that you normally venture, and then Spirit might hit you and you at another spot. You know? And I can't say, you know, if you don't have a fresh fruit market or something around you, you know what I'm saying? You can do okay at Walmart. Walmart, they all right with certain stuff. You know, because at least they have, you know, you can see it. You know, they have the water spraying on it and keeping it fresh, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the greens and, you know, turnips, mustards, and, you know, eggplant. They be having Brussels sprout. I mean, you name it, man. They have a pretty decent selection of things that you can put together. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a crock pot user myself, because I'm on the dolo like that. So, you know, I like to cut up things and put it into my crock pot and just turn it on low, let it go for a few hours, and, you know, it's pretty much ready to go, man. You know, I'm kind of old school like that, but, you know, I know everybody is not on that tip. But, you know, I use my broiler a lot. I like to broil meats, you know, and let everything drain off, drip off, let all the fats come off, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, generally, when it comes to meats, I like to boil that shit, man. I want to give it a good boil, you know, give it a good cleanse, man. and then like I said, put some olive oil or whatever in it and re-season it with vegetable oil or whatever, and then just season it to my liking and toss it on in the oven, man. That keeps you away from a lot of fried. It's nothing wrong with having fried food, I guess, but you don't want to OD on that. You don't want to OD on that. You know what I'm saying? But definitely stay the hell away from these restaurants, man. I mean, stay away from these restaurants. I was kicking it with somebody yesterday and stuff. It's like, talking about, I'm like, nah, man, I don't even go to no restaurants. I'm not the fast food type. I haven't done that in years, man. It's been a long time since I've actually hit a fast food restaurant, man. Or especially now, I ain't hit no, the hell would I go to a McDonald's or Wendy's or Burger King or any of that shit, knowing damn well that it's just no good, man. Let's just be honest. It's not no good. Okay, but let me get one more. This one comes to mind too. 2 Corinthians 2:11, and it reads, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We're not ignorant of the fact that this man, he puts these particular restaurants in our neighborhoods. And the very first people that's going to get a good, healthy dose, well, I can't even say healthy dose, a good ass dose of this lab grown chicken is going to be Jake. While they fighting and scrapping and jumping the counter at Popeye's chicken over the seasonings. Your ass going to get a lab grown Popeye's chicken sandwich, man. So it's just getting to a point where we'll see how they do it. But it's coming to a point where, hey, if you're a chicken lover, you might have to stay away from the chicken, man, unless you know what I'm saying? Because, you have to read the label. You have to see and check into, if I see anything else on it, I'll report on it. But, man, these Esau's so damn sneaky. They'll slip that shit right into your into the grocery line, man. And next thing you know, here you go. Because I used to buy whole chickens a lot. That's a good thing to do, too. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if they growing whole damn chickens. I don't know if they're growing just breast, dark meat. I don't know what the hell they doing. We'll see as it goes. But I used to just, grab a whole chicken. You can get them a half a chicken. If I get a whole chicken, man, and do that whole and cut him up myself. That's been a while, too. But anyway, I mean, that's if you like chicken. Jake likes some damn chicken. But all that processed chicken nuggets and, just, come on, man. You might as well go ahead and get you some real good breast pieces and cut them up. And you can batter them yourself and make your own damn nuggets if for these damn nugget lovers. It's crazy, man. Jake done lost their damn minds, man. And then they go through through the fast food drive-through and get them fucked up fries that don't ever rot. Then they upsell them. Would you like the super size? Jake get the biggest size fucking fry with that big dumbass drink. And everybody out here just morbidly fucking obese, man. I'm about to go for a little walk right now. I was just about to, matter of fact, I'm set to go on the walk. It was raining. So I stepped off into my garage real quick because I wanted to do the lesson while I was walking, but it was raining. So I was like, I'll do this lesson real quick and then I'll go out, because I don't mind the sprinkle. I just didn't want to have the phone out. It's just sprinkling somewhat, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'm trying to, get it in right now myself, man. We got to try and do the best that we can, man, and stay in shape, man. So pray to Yahweh Bashim Shah to give you that motivation that you need to do something, man. You don't want to just be sitting around just becoming large, you know what I'm saying? And especially not off the food that these people got going out here. But like I said, man, it's fresh fruit season. Certain fruits are out here, certain vegetables that are out here. Go ahead and bust it down, man, and chop it up that way, man. Try and eat the best that you possibly can eat. Though we are in a captivity and we are eating the defiled bread, we can make the best choices that we can out of it, man. So, hey, I would say you're doing better than going to a damn fast food drive-through, man. That's for goddamn sure. Okay, so with that, I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Yashala.